Hello, everyone out there, and welcome to our monthly community event for My Period Data is Mine. We have Marcel,
Hiya.
and my name is Daniela. Hello, everyone. As always, we are here to provide a quick update every month on what is happening with the My Period Data is Mine period tracker. The reason why this is important is because our period tracker will not track any of your data. It will not track your location. It will not track you at all. There are no third parties involved. You download the app onto your phone and then you can track your period yourself. There's no link back to any other system. It's on your phone and nowhere else. That means because the app is on your phone and nowhere else, and the app is encrypted, the database beneath it is encrypted as well, and it is encrypted with the password you set when you use it the first time. And that means the data is only on your phone and encrypted with your password, and nobody can hack into it. How good is that? I think it's fantastic news. I'm really excited about it, about rolling it out in the next few, ideally weeks, maybe months. I am using the product myself already. The background is that I'm one of those special needs people who need to be very careful around tracking my period and all of the symptoms coming with it. And once Dobbs was decided by the Supreme Court, meaning that the Roe v. Wade decision in the US fell, and that means that abortions are no longer a given in one of the biggest countries in the world. The knock on effect globally is that other countries are now deciding that abortions are a bad thing and doing away with them. Yes, I am looking at you, Europe, and some of the countries within. Let's just start from the north. There is the UK being one of the first ones, Poland, Germany dodged a bullet just. Had the right wing party won in the last elections, then abortions would be forbidden by now. Then there is Slovakia, there's Hungary, there's Belarus, just to name a few. So, yes, it's everywhere, not only in the Americas, it's in Europe, partially in Africa, Asia, Middle East, it's everywhere. And for that reason, we have decided to create a period tracker that will give women and everyone who menstruates a little bit of protection. The protection is simply from prying eyes who want to know when the periods are and whether the period may be late by a few days, a week or two, which is completely normal if you're stressed. And who would not be stressed if people are after you? So, there, our plan to stay positive and to move forward with good intent and do something good for the world, as well as for myself, to be honest, is to create this period tracker. And as soon as it's ready, you can have it as well. If you want to live on the edge and you're adventurous, you can have it sooner and you can be one of our early testers. So if you want to do that, please get in touch. Your anonymity and your privacy is really important to us. You don't have to give us your real name, number, details, or anything like that. Just get in touch and tell us you would like to be involved. If you are a programmer, security expert, or somebody who knows about artwork, you really could do with a little bit of extra help. So do get in touch as well. Or otherwise, if you think, well, it's not for you, but it may be for your daughter, or for your transgender child, or for your niece, or anyone in your life who has a period, then do get in touch and either simply tell them about it or send them our way. Again, your privacy is really important to us. And if you want to be involved, we will make sure that your data is kept under wraps. Marcel is nodding. He is the technical expert on the team. Would you like to go and give a brief update on what's happening in your area?
On the technical side, not much at the moment. We have automated the updates, so that makes the updates that we've been applying to the app automatic. So as soon as there's new versions of the libraries that we use to create the app, those libraries will be updated automatically. So we have tests in place so that any automatic updates are automatically tested. That all being said, the actual testing of the app to make sure that the app itself still works still needs to be done manually. We don't have a way to test that automatically at the moment, but we are looking into that because there are ways for us to test it on various phones so that we can test that automatically as well going forward. The key thing at the moment, as you pointed out earlier, is the graphics. So we had a set of standard symptom graphics that we were using. And now that we discussed and agreed on the symptoms and pain and things like that, that we want to be able to be available for people to be able to record what's happening on a daily basis, we need to update those graphics. So that requires a bit of work. If anybody does work with vector graphics and able to help us, that would be really useful, because at the moment we're trying to do that ourselves. Not to say that we don't know how to manipulate SVG graphics, but I'm a programmer more than an artist, so it takes a bit more time for me to get these things done. Aside from that, one of the other things we've picked up on a technical level is that the size of the SVG files that we've been using need to be reduced as well. That's just from a memory usage point of view, when they're creating the graphics on the phone, if the SVG file is too large, or at least the window that it uses is too large, it can use up more memory than is required. So from a performance point of view, we're looking at reducing the size of the SVG files as well. So when the graphics are being created on your phone, that it doesn't use up too much memory. It's not a problem. It's just a performance thing that has been picked up by the simulators on the app itself. So that's where we are from a technical level. Not too much exciting news. It's very much drudge work, getting through the various graphics and SVG files to make sure that they all fit and work nicely together.
Brilliant. So as we said last time, the data structure is there, now the graphics will be there, and pretty much that is it. Then we need to do a few rounds of testing, and then it will be ready to download. I'm hoping, ever being positive, I'm hoping it will be ready for the beginning of the school year in the Northern Hemisphere, or ready for springtime in the Southern Hemisphere, and then we can share it with the world and everyone out there. We have been asking for help, which will be really important for doing things. If you rather not get your name mentioned or get in touch because you don't have much time, we also are appreciative of any donations so that we could potentially pay somebody to do some of the work for us and get it out quicker. That is also an option. Another thing that will come up until next time is merchandise. Yes, we will have a set of merchandise you can purchase. Again, just getting the word out, making sure that people are aware of us, of what is possible using modern technology. Because let's be honest, when people say pen and paper is an option because everyone can hack into your phone, in my opinion, no, it's not. Pen and paper is just as bad as keeping your phone or your computer unlocked, because anyone who finds it can go and read through it. Therefore, technology to the rescue. Let's be smart about this.
Yeah.
We also had a doubter talking to us, and thanks for giving us the time of day to have the conversation, because it is really important as well to make sure people understand how our app is being built. And their thinking was, well, cell phone towers, they can get your data. And it's like, well, the data's on your phone, it doesn't leave, so nobody can get to it. Oh, well, you can have something that reads your screen. And it's like, that's for all of the apps out there. I mean, let's be honest, if any government is that interested in you, I'm not sure what you really can do. But realistically, this is not going to impact the vast majority of people. And again, all of the apps have the same issue. So again, our app would be by far the most reliable, most secure app that's out there. And
You also need to have an app that is doing that screen reading, because the Android open source project means that the Android itself is open source, so we can see that Android is not doing any form of screen scraping. of the screens by default, unlike Microsoft is now doing with their recall software, where they can be taking snapshots of your screen as you're working. We know that Android doesn't currently have that. That being said, Google has said that they're going to stop the Android open source project, so we won't be able to see what's going on within Android anymore going forward. But that hasn't happened yet, and I think there'll be a bit of an outcry initially, and hopefully there'll be a fork of the Android open source project that people can continue to create an open source version of the software, as has happened in the past when people have decided to try and lock down an open source project. They get forked, and an open source community takes over. But yeah, you're right. If somebody can see your screen, they can also, as you said, see the piece of paper that you're writing on. So if they're looking over your shoulder, they can see what you're doing anyway. But from a screen point of view, as long as you're not installing any old applications and you know what applications you're installing, then fine. We also know, for example, that Facebook has been tracking your website usage if by just having the Facebook app installed on your phone. You don't even have to have the app open itself. So it is worth looking at the apps that are installed on your phone and see what they do. But as far as we know, there's no way to currently view your screen and actually having screens like that on your phone, or if you're taking snapshots yourself and having those in your face. That's all.
I seem to have some issues with the audio. I'm not entirely sure why that is. I have a suspicion. So I'm trying to keep this call short for today.
Okay.
In summary, if you want to stick it to the man, get our app because nobody has access to your data, first of all. Secondly, you're not going to give heaps and heaps of money to a company that is selling your data to a third party, which you never get to know about. And thirdly, our project is there to make the world a better place, literally. So if you want to contribute to something that is positive, and rather than fighting the system, we have decided to just build a better system instead. So come join us any which way you want and make it happen. Make the better world a reality just by using this one app rather than something else. Being safe out there with your app and also by looking out for each other. So, with this, I want to say goodbye. Thanks for listening. I'm looking forward to maybe get to know you if you join our project or if you just want to download the app a little bit sooner than anyone else. Stay safe out there. Don't give up hope and focus on the positive and the things that you actually can change.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.